Give me 1 second, Polly. I have my headset on. Can you hear me now? Okay, sorry about that. Discord froze up on me for some reason. Glitched my microphone. I was telling you about what an exciting night I've got going on. Swear on these leaderboards, you spend as much time pushing dirt as you do actually mining. Not too bad. Tired of pushing dirt, but, you know. Gotta push dirt so I can get to the gold. Gotta get the gold so I can climb the leaderboard. But if that's the worst of my problems, it ain't a bad day. Or night. How's life wherever you are? I didn't set my game as Sea of Thieves again, did I? Or not, I forgot to change it to the Gold Rush. Okay. So you're sailing around, I was like, did I do that again? You pop in here looking for a sailing game. It'll be the first time. Pushing the dirt makes you kinda, I don't know what the word is, dumb. So monotonous, you kind of get into a stupor of sorts. Especially when it's dark and foggy like this and you can't see nothing. Game has such bizarre memory leaks sometimes, where everything starts clipping on you. I guess I'm assuming it's a memory leak. Seems to happen to everybody's game too. Yeah, pretty much just been playing on the weekends right now. My buddy, his work weeks have been really brutal. He's been working like 13-hour days, so just hasn't had time to get on with me. And I haven't felt like doing much on in there anyway. I don't know why. Got on there last night. Yeah, we got sunk once. Should have had. It was a sloop versus brig. We were the sloop. Should have had him actually, but we got kind of lazy. Thought we had him out of the supplies and had their masts down. And they were just sitting there, so we rolled up and started shooting. But they were kind of playing possum. It was a good tactic actually. They hit us with they sail shot us, and then hit us with a curse ball so that we couldn't even repair the mast. And then just beat the living crap out of us. It was actually a really good strategy, I gotta say. They were horrible shots, naval-wise, but they got us, so fair and square. Then we did some arena. Got first on one and then last on the other. We were in the lead and we sunk with like 10 seconds left. We were both dead and floating up to respawn, and we just couldn't get back in time to save the ship. But it was a good fight, though. It was a really good fight. I kind of want to do the whole festival fishing thing, but at the same time, it's like, fishing? I have to be in the mood for it, you know, and you got to be with someone. Solo, it's almost impossible. I mean, even skellies are tough, but you get a competent crew, it can be all right. But I like to play stuff to relax, and PvP for me isn't relaxing. It's kind of the opposite of that. So. You really got to be in the right mood, which, you know. On Sea of Thieves, you can't always pick the time. Although, I joined the Insider thing. They're beta testers, actually. And I can't talk about what goes on there, you know, what we're testing and stuff, but I will say PvP is kind of rare over there. Because most people are just there kind of chilling and seeing what they're doing, what the new next patch is going to be, and testing it out, that kind of stuff. So if I just want to be, you know, a vegetable, I just kind of go over there sometimes. Fortunately, nothing you do sticks, like, you know, running urine or whatever. But it's free. Anybody can sign up for it. You just have to download a separate copy of the game. And, you know, it could be buggy and stuff, but that's why it's there. It's everyone is almost always in a sloop because it's almost always solo guys. So PvP is pretty rare. Not pretty rare, but less often than we see normally, put it that way. And it can be kind of cool seeing some of the stuff beforehand. But they don't put everything on there. Like, they still surprise everybody, which is cool. I just did it because you can earn some custom cosmetics that you can only get by playing there. Ship outfits, stuff like that. It takes forever. You gotta play an hour a week to earn points or whatever. Yeah, that's me and my buddy. Once in a while we have a third guy. Plays sometimes with us, usually on the weekends, a younger guy. So he has schools up during the week, but he's pretty good too. So once in a while we get in a brig. To be honest, I prefer the sloops though. They're just easier to run. One thing I do wish you could do though is buy supplies. I would pay ridiculous amounts of gold just to buy, you know, a crate of cannonballs at the beginning when I'm first logging on. Fruit crate, wood crate. I mean, heck, charge me 50,000 a piece for them. I don't care. I'd pay it just to not have to run around and look for supplies for the first hour I'm playing. Ooh, let's see. Did not have my blade right. Get down. In all fairness, I did go through a pretty long phase of lichen fishing. I'm actually level 50 in Hunter's Call. I wanted to get the killer whale ship set. It's a lot of damn fish, let me tell you. I still don't have all the grades. Not even close. Probably why I'm not really into the whole festival fishing thing. We're trying to figure out, I don't know if you've seen on the outposts, there's like debris on the beach now. I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do with it. I think they're going to make Hunter's Call a full-blown emissary. But it's hard to say. Some people also think they're going to have a something to do with mermaids. Come on. Push the dirt. There we go. Without being in the holes, I can't see anything to know if I'm even close to where I need to be for width. If you're curious, I'm building a ramp to get to the bedrock. Even though it doesn't look like much of a ramp, you can see the bedrock kind of when it clips. I'll take it all the way down there and it levels out eventually. It kind of gets me on PvP with Sea of Thieves 2 is there's so many guys that are just jerks about it. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, trash talk and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, kind of, I don't know. I don't mind losing to guys who are at least nice. They may kick your butt, but at least they're nice about it and friendly. And never mind those, the ones that are kind of asses. It makes it kind of less fun to play. Well, we've been lucky lately. We haven't had many of those. At least, you know, me and my buddy. Yeah. And I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't play enough multiplayer games anymore, but it seems like Sea of Thieves has quite a few of those. I even saw that here in one of the patch notes, well, like I said, they were going to mute everybody in the arena because there was so many complaints of toxic people in there, and it's just like, and there are like people trash talk and just not trash talk, but just being jerks about it too. It's always funny as those when they can't back it up. Or they like, Galleon attacks the sloop, Galleon wins, Galleon trash talks, and it's like, dude, it was literally 4 guys on 2 or 4 guys on 1. And I don't think you really have the room to brag too much. Brig the Gods last night, they were cool. They were nice. So, didn't mind it. And like I say, their strategy was actually really good. Usually the trash talkers are the guys who kind of like will roll up and sink a fresh spawn at port too. It's just like, dude, you can tell it's a fresh spawn. What? There's nothing on there. What are you doing? Like me and my buddy, well, actually me and the third guy too. We ran Reaper here. It was a week ago Saturday, and we must have been the nicest Reapers that some of these guys had ever seen. Because we'd see them if there's no emissary, we'd go over to their ship first and see if they had anything worth stealing. One guy didn't. He was doing Order of Souls stuff, and we're like, "Bro, you got no food in your barrels. Here, have some." He actually filled his barrels with food and stuff, and then left him and just let him be. There was nothing to steal, so even the skulls weren't really worth the stealing. He only had a few, but most guys would just be like, "You're dumb." But, yeah, whatever. Bottom's starting to flatten out, so for next to make the next cut deep, I need to back up a bit. I should, while I'm thinking about it, toggle these so I know I'm getting close to the edge. It's always back there. Okay. Yeah, that's the third guy. He's young and he'll get like that sometimes. Where it's like, dude, chill. 'Cause we'll hear him. We're on Discord and I'm talking to him too, and he'll shoot over their shit and be like, "Hey, bro, what's up? Hey, man, don't hit me, dude. Don't hit me." He'll antagonize them until they start, being toxic, and then he'll just kind of like be toxic back. And it's like, dude, just chill. Yeah, he's one of those guys. He'll throw a firebomb on him and be like, "Bro, you're on fire, man. What's wrong, man? You're on fire? You need someone to put you out? What's up?" Just, Alright, see if I got enough room to go down. I should. At least a ways. Push. Make enough turn around now. Another one out. Emma. I'll go further than that. Maybe you don't. It's quite wide enough. Yeah, I know my fuel's getting low again. Oh, it's not quite wide enough. Really hoping to be able to finish this tonight, but oh, it's getting late. So close to the bottom. quickest way to refuel. Problem is going to be getting down there again. Sometimes it takes me a couple tries. Get stuck halfway. I think I'm going to go have a bio break. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm back too. Oh. Bio break. Alright, let's see if I can get back down into my hole here. Bonsai! I made it to the bottom. Really good sign. Slide over. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. You're almost down. Damn it. Hey, here we go.
Hello, Ben.
Hey, good morning, sir.
How's Ben
Oh, not too bad. Tired. Nothing new
doing?
there. Yeah, I got woke up early today. Leg cramp woke me up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Never went to go back sleep after that, son of a bitch. But, yeah, other than that, it wasn't a bad day, I guess.
Well, it was pretty nice here yesterday.
That's cold here.
55 degrees or something.
Wow.
Yeah,
Big change
that's
over
really
what you've been getting.
very strange for us.
Yeah, we had that like a week or so ago. We had a couple days that were in the mid 50s. Then it went to freezing again. But we get those
Doesn't
once
work.
in a while. But every other year we'll get that in February, March. And all it does is screw up all the plants.
The worst part is I tried to take one of the tractors around the property, and I can't get around the property because the snow's still too fucking deep.
Oh, Jesus. Figured that would have melted a bunch of it.
Well, it has, but, when you have 30 inches of snow on the ground,
Yeah.
let me tell you what, my main drive going down to the main gas well, the road's about a foot fucking thick
Jesus.
of packed snow, hard packed snow, from me driving down it with the big tractors and that shit, right?
Yeah, that's going to be there a while. Oh.
But, but yeah, I tried to take a ride yesterday. There's no fucking way. I buried that fucking tractor almost twice.
Oh, Jesus. Well, and that much snow on the ground, even if it all melted, you're going to have nothing but a boggy mess probably underneath. Well, in the grass at least.
A lot of running underneath.
Yeah.
Now here around our house, we have no snow.
As we said before, it's pretty much just up at the farm still.
Yeah, there's nothing here. You go 30 miles east, and I have still 20 inches of snow on the ground.
Yeah. Was that the lake effect that does it at the farm? Or just the height?
The height, because I'm at a high elevation. I'm at the same elevation that the ski resort is.
I remember you'd said you were up high. I just couldn't remember. Because I know you get lake effects sometimes too.
Oh yeah. Lake effects happen more across the
Whole region probably.
the edge of the lake.
Yeah.
The edge of the lake. Okay, up in maybe a mile or so. That's what the lake affects. We have a regular. Then we have a regular snow belt. That is, whenever there's snow coming around, there's that certain belt that always gets hit heavy.
Yeah.
The farm is in that snow belt, up on top of the fucking mountain,
So you're kind of
where
double,
the goddamn ski resort is.
kind of a double whammy.
So, oh yeah. It's like there's a guy that lives right down over the hill. He probably isn't, by the way the crow flies, 6 miles north. Okay?
Pretty close, yeah.
He's closer to the lake, but he's at the bottom of the hill. He wanted to come up and get hickory nuts the one day. He called me up and says, "Hey, you at the farm?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "You mind if I come up and gather hickory nuts?" I said, "No, not at all." I said, "But you better bring a fucking snow shovel." He said, "Why?" I said, "Because I got a ton of snow up here." "No," he said, "I ain't got nothing down here." I said, "Well, bring a shovel." Well, he'd come up and he couldn't believe I had 10 inches of fucking snow on the ground, and he didn't have a snowflake.
You warned him.
I mean, 10 inches of fucking snow, man, and he come from 6 miles away and didn't have a fucking snowflake, only because he was down off the hill.
Yeah. Just low enough. My mom's old place, she kind of had that sometimes. She lived up on a prairie. And it was about 500 feet higher was all, but sometimes it was just enough.
Yep.
She'd get snow and down below in town, as we call it, nothing. But yeah, that kind of goes with the territory, I suppose. Of course, we get so little snow. Of course, because we get so little snow when we get any, it tends to screw everything up because the city ain't got jack squat to fight it with. Or the county for that matter. Well, the county does a little bit because they're partly responsible for the mountain pass because the county lines like halfway through the pass. But you know, that equals like 6 snowplows or something for the whole county.
Wow.
You know, they usually do a pretty good job, but you know, they're working their asses off to do it because instead of having lots of equipment, they just put in lots of hours on that equipment instead. But do what they can do.
Oh man, I'm still tired. Betty and I were up the whole last night. Not last night, the night before. My mother never went to bed. Never went to sleep. Oh, she was fucking horrible.
My mom got her second vaccine. Kicked her ass a little bit. Told her it would. Everybody I've talked to, it's kind of what they said. The second one's the one that gets you. But she's feeling better now. But it kind of was a doozy for her, the first one. The second shot. She said she was nauseous and feverish and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, well, Mom, that's your immune system kicking in, fighting it. Cause that's what they're doing. They give you just enough that your immune system knows what it is and can recognize it and fight it and build up stuff for it. They say, you know, a good immune system response is a great sign because your body's fighting it.
We haven't even got our first.
Yeah, I haven't got mine either. To be honest, she's lucky she got hers because our county's just been completely screwed when it comes to the vaccine. Our governor does not like our county because we didn't vote for him.
I don't know what the fuck's going on with us, or I don't know if Betty knows what the fuck she's doing, but I got guys around me that are younger than me, 65 years old, that got their fucking shots.
Oh wow!
And I'm fucking pissed off like a motherfucker.
I would be too. That's kind of bullshit.
So I don't know if it's Betty trying to fucking do it. She's doing it all wrong.
Well, I know it is kind of tricky finding someone who can do it sometimes because of the bullshit politics and everything else. That's what happens when politicians try to run a health care emergency. They half-ass everything. Our county, though, I mean, they got on the Seattle news because it was getting screwed so bad. Our county has the highest elderly population in the entire state, 21%. It's got a COVID hospitalization rate 300% the state average. And we are last to get vaccines.
Wow. But yet your mom has both of hers and I haven't even got one.
Yep, she managed to get both of hers, but of course, I'm the one that was, trying to get her appointment wherever. But they're starting to catch up now, though, because Governor Dingle Nuts looked really bad because of that. It looked like he was. Well, I mean, it looked like he was axe grinding. He kind of was, I think.
Well, our cases have really, our cases are down in the fucking 20s now, instead of the hundreds and the 150s.
Yeah, ours have dropped quite a bit now too.
But I can see it around here. People are dropping their garden.
Yeah. Yeah. Just,
I went to buy a new sofa bed for my mother. Right? That's a fucking job in itself.
Sure.
Closest one I can get was September.
Jesus.
Delivered. September.
That's ridiculous.
Fucking, they're all telling me, man, 16 fucking weeks.
What the hell?
And I said, hey, listen, man, my mother could be dead by then. I said, that's a bunch of fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I mean.
And every fucking furniture place I go, it's not like it used to be years ago When you walked into a furniture store and you found a piece of furniture, you bought that mother.
Yeah, you bought it right off the floor.
Now you can't do that anymore.
That's
They
bullshit.
don't sell furniture off the floor anymore.
That's stupid.
And half the places don't even have a fucking sofa bed to show you.
Yeah, that's bullshit. I would never, especially the kind of money those things shits cost. If I paid and spent that kind of money, I want some bitch now. I don't want it 6 months.
Well, I had a friend of mine at the house yesterday, and he was telling me that him and his wife ordered new sectional furniture for their living room, right? October.
Holy shit.
They still don't have it.
Jesus.
And I said, you paid a lot of money for that, didn't you? He said, yeah, we did. I said, you paid them up front and full, didn't you? He said, yeah, we did. I said, so since October, they've been using your fucking money.
Yep.
While you have no fucking money.
You can hurry up and wait because
I
they don't
said,
care.
it'll be a cold day in hell when I pay for that motherfucking sofa up front. And I'm not going to get it for 6 months. They can kiss my fucking ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just why even...
That'll never fucking... I mean, you know, I'm not going to get one and order one for 6 months down the road. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, it's stupid.
I might not need it 6 months down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, and the hurry up, wait, what's she going to do in the meantime? I mean, the whole point...
Exactly.
I mean, you'd be better off, fucking Craigslist and find one used. Throw it back of the truck and you got it one day. It might not be perfect, but at least you'd have it. Jesus. Well, especially with the cost of new furniture, too. At least quality furniture. It's appalling how expensive that stuff's gotten to be. Half time it's just crap. Used to be, you'd pay good money and get good quality. Now you pay good money and get mediocre quality half time. Trying to find real wood furniture, at least here, is Jesus. Good luck. I mean, they'll try to sell you a table and you look underneath and it's fucking press board with a veneer. Nice veneer, but it's still press board underneath. Like, oh shit.
That's
I can get that kind of quality at Walmart. What the hell?
Yep.
For a hell of a lot cheaper, too.
Hey man, you ain't got a lot of money.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of don't.
I have that much at Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, nice.
And for me, that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Of course, I don't buy nothing.
Nah, I don't buy that much of mine either. Patch always give me shit about it.
Every time I play with Ghosty, it's new fucking cannons, everything constantly.
Yeah. When he was playing with us, was it last week? Or no, it was Saturday night maybe?
Yeah, I seen that.
He'd bought a bunch of shit that night. He's like, well, so that, when me and Blizz go out, we don't have a naked ship. It's like, I don't think Blizz really cares if the ship's naked. To be honest, there's tactically advantages, because if they see a new ship without no outfits, they're going to think you're new and you ain't got nothing. Hell, Lumar runs around in the brand new clothing outfit. He doesn't even change his clothes. He has a starter clothes, so if he's on solo, they just see a new ship and a new guy on it, so he's nothing. Of course, he knows how to play, so if they do harass him, he can catch him off guard and surprise him usually. At least that's his goal, I think.
It's tough playing with Ghosty.
Yeah, that's what you said.
He's just, it's like when we're on the ship, if he wants to drive the ship, that's fine. Or steer the ship, whatever he wants to do, and play captain, that's fine. But goddamn it, don't interfere with me adjusting the fucking sails or anything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's a one-person job, and
next thing I know, the motherfucker, he's on the fucking wheel, he's the captain. I'm gonna set the fucking sails Oh no, he'll run over to the other side and set the sail before I can. I mean, it's like I said, Ghosty, I don't even know why the fuck I'm here.
Yeah, it's
And
like,
it's like driving the fucking ship, okay, or steering the ship, whatever you want to
yeah,
call it.
whatever. Yeah, same difference.
And the Megalodon comes up, or a fucking ghost ship comes up. He forgets that he's captain the fucking boat, and he doesn't steer it for me. And I'm keep hollering him, Ghosty, left, left, Ghosty. You're turning away from him, Ghosty. It's constant.
Yeah, see, like me and Patch,
He
we
just
we have a
he
good,
does what he wants to fucking do.
well, we have a pretty good synergy. Like, you know, he knows what I need, and if he can't give it to me, there's usually a good reason for it that I can't dispute. You know, like if he's, he's got to avoid something or whatever it might be. But
I get off pitching all the time to Betty. I go, man, I don't know. I can't play with Ghosty because he just overpowers me, man. He just overpowers the fucking ship.
well,
He's out trying to find these fucking things. He's not even talking to me.
so that's the other problem is he doesn't talk. So I mean, you kind of communicate what's going on. So both know what's going. If he's like, hey, I'm going to turn around here, for whatever reason, at least you know what's going on. And instead, you're just sitting there going, well, where'd my shot go? And Ghosty's turning away and not saying a word. I know it's got to be frustrating. That'd drive me bonkers.
Oh, it drives me up a fucking wall. That's why I actually try to avoid playing with him. I thought it was going to be more fun, but it's not.
And more of a chore.
Ghosty is a one-man band game player because that's all he does.
Yeah.
I mean, it's play fucking games. I mean, I don't know what he does. He must get Social Security disability.
I don't know. I mean, I know he takes care of his folks a little bit, but I don't know what all that entails.
I'm pretty sure he's disability. I'm going to guarantee he's disability.
Yeah, I just don't know what it'd be for. I don't know.
He doesn't work.
Yeah, I know he didn't work.
And he's only 37 years old.
See, I thought maybe he was getting paid to be a caretaker for his folks.
Not be on that fucking computer that long. No fucking way.
Well, that's true. He's not taking care
If
of his folks.
he's a caretaker, I feel sorry for the people who's caretaking.
Well, yeah, because obviously he's not, taking care of them. Yeah, I like Ghosty, but even when we play with him,
Yeah, I like Ghosty. I mean, I don't know Ghosty. I don't know Ghosty at all.
I don't really either.
Only from the internet. And I've known Ghosty for quite a while. And it's never been anything different with Ghosty. He's never talked, and even people make that remark about him. He's so quiet. But when you're playing Sea of Thieves, you need to have some type of communication. Like when I'm saying to him, Ghosty, left, Ghosty, left, go left, Ghosty.
Well,
And
yeah.
he's downstairs patching a fucking hole. That's my job.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he's on the wheel, he's on the wheel.
That's right. And you need to be on the fucking wheel.
Like when me and Patch play, he's pretty much in charge of the wheel and the sails. Because on a sloop, that's where, they're both right there. And I'll be on cannons. And then we'll kind of trade off for repairs. Normally he'll do the repairs. If he needs me, I'll go do repairs. Or if there's a lull, like he's turning around or something, then I'll go do the repairs while he's steering the boat. That kind of thing. Just, I don't know, but we've always had pretty good synergy, me and him, for some reason.
Me and Ghosty, no.
Yeah,
I fight different than Ghosty does.
well, that's like me and Lumar. I've been with Lumar, just me and Lumar a couple times, and he's like Ghosty.
What?
He's kind of like Ghosty. He just kind of does his thing.
Well, I
And,
see that when you guys are playing, he does exactly what he wants to do.
yeah. When me and Patch are playing, it tends to fit in with what we do, okay? Usually. Not always. But, like when there's just two of you, it doesn't work so well.
I actually do better by myself
I can see that. At least you know what's going
than
on.
with Ghosty.
I know, there's definitely times that I've been better off solo than with, like, I hate to say Miles, but Miles. Because you're doing most of the work anyway when Miles is around. And it's kind of
Well,
the
when
reason
I'm
we
with
don't
Ghosty,
play.
he does most of the work. Actually, I could just stand there and dance or play my guitar and watch him.
Which that's no fun. See, with
And that's
Miles,
what
the problem is
and I
always... Oh, good.
and I even told him, I said, Ghosty, why the fuck am I even on the ship with you?
Well, I mean, yeah, if you're not doing anything, what's the point?
I mean, you're doing all my jobs, man. I said, I'm your first mate. I'm supposed to be doing some of that shit.
Yep. Usually someone on a slip, someone's on the deck and someone's on the wheel, and that's it.
And then he wouldn't come into my boat. I had to go onto his boat.
Hell.
Yeah, ain't that some shit?
That make no sense.
I don't give a fuck. He goes, yeah, I'll join you. I don't care.
Well, yeah,
It
I
don't
mean,
matter to me.
it's just like...
But of course, we got to have a purple boat and gold fucking cannons. And what the fuck do I care about that shit?
Well, yeah.
And he's got all his fancy fucking gear on. He looks like a real pilot. I look like a pussy running around with a dress.
Well, Patch looks like somewhat of a lady of the night these days, I've thought. Keep giving shit about, too. Running around in the skirt all the time. It's like, you let your all balls there out there? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ, every time I come on here and watch you got to fill your fucking machines.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
You're usually driving the fucking truck with the tank.
Yeah, I'm resetting the claim so I can dig it all again. So I've been pushing dirt pretty much all day. I mean, I took breaks, but been at it. Oh, God, how long's my stream been going this time? Well, it only says 2 hours. It feels like about 4, though. Of course, pushing dirt like this doesn't make it feel that way. Oh.
And then Navy, him and I ain't been talking a whole lot. I've gaming with him, but I don't talk to him much.
Well, what's the point? You're talking to a brick wall half time.
Well, yeah, and he fucking pissed me off the other day when they had the warnings out about, fucking attacking the Capitol again.
Yeah, heard they were a little worried about that.
And I said to Navy, I said, man, I wonder if they're going to attack the fucking Capitol today. And that motherfucker said, yeah, fuck, they need to kill them all.
What the fuck?
And I went off on him like a fucking jet. Man, did I climbed in his fucking shit.
That's just fucking asinine.
And at the end of the day, I says, fuck this Navy, I am the fuck out of here. Pow, and I shut everything fucking down. I mean, I just shut everything right the fuck off. I just didn't click out. I shut my computer off.
Just walked away from it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a pretty fucking stupid statement.
And then Betty said, what's wrong? I said, let me tell you what about that racist motherfucking Navy. I said, if that motherfucker was 5 feet in front of me, I'd blast him in his fucking face. I said, I kid you not. I said, right now, all I want to do is fucking smack that motherfucker. Yes. What do you do? I said, that motherfucker. I said to him, I made the remark. I wonder if they're going to storm the Capitol today. And that motherfucker come back to me and said, yeah, they need to kill them all. And Betty just looked at me and she knows how I feel about that shit.
Yeah, I mean...
She said, he really said that. I said, that's how much of an ignorant piece of fucking shit he is.
Dumb assholes like that are the fucking problem. I mean, literally.
He's a racist motherfucker. Literally a fucking racist.
God, doesn't really surprise me considering where he's from. I mean, I'm surprised he didn't know how to play the banjo. Fucking lives deliverance every fucking day. Oh. We're getting there.
Yeah, he's such a fucking idiot. Some of the shit he says, man, I got so fucking mad that day. I mean, I was shut down for an hour or so. And finally I went and turned my shit back on, and I went over and played Sea of Thieves. And I seen he was online. He never once come to see me, and I never once went to fucking talk to him.
Well, there's no point talking to him usually.
It was probably 2 days. I was on the commands of the morning. I said, "Morning, Navy." I never mentioned it. I never said a fucking word about it. And buddy, don't you even think to talk to me about it. I had this conversation with Navy probably a couple months ago, and it was one of those things where I got really fucking pissed off at him, and I fucking left the server and everything. And then when I got back on later on or whatever, and I said, "Listen, Dave," I says, "I guess you and I need to talk." I says, "One thing you and I can't talk about is fucking politics." I said, "You have your views and I have mine." I said, "I'm going to tell you right now, the best thing to do is leave him in, because we're going to end up in not talking to each other if you think you want to put your views across the fucking internet." I said, I don't want to discuss fucking goddamn politics with you. I don't want to discuss BLM with you. I don't want to discuss anything with you. If you and I are going to stay friends, then we need to shut our fucking mouths at each other. And that's exactly what I fucking told him.
Well, and he's so fucking stupid.
And he really is stupid in a lot of fucking ways. And I think a lot of the stupidity is the alcohol.
Oh, I think so too. Pickled his brain. Oh, I did find out. My little Amber with her leaving her keys in her car and all that. It's both better and worse than I thought it was. She was not drunk. She had changed her headlight that day and was so excited she did it on her own, she totally spaced shutting her car up.
She what?
She completely forgot to shut her car up. She got the headlight on, it was working, she got excited, and just went inside.
And let the car run.
Yeah, well, I wasn't running, but the lights were on, the stereo was going, the keys were in the ignition.
Oh,
I thought she went out after we'd closed the store. I didn't realize. Yeah, it was. She went out. She did that at like 4 in the afternoon. It was out there for like 8 hours or some shit. Well, not 8. It would have been like probably 6 from when the guy said it. When he got the keys from it.
And nobody would.
Nobody stole it.
Yeah, but nobody would even think to say anything.
Well, he didn't notice it, in the waiter next door until he was on shift, he came on at like 5. And then he went out for smoke breaks when he saw it, and he's like, "Well, okay, I don't know what's all that about." But, he thought maybe she'd run inside for something. Didn't even realize the keys were in the ignition at first, he said. Went until he was getting ready to go home, and he's like, "Well, let me go see if the door's unlocked. I can turn the stuff off or something." And the keys were sitting in the ignition. So he wrote a little note and left it in her seat. So she could see it from outside, and gave the keys to the bartender inside. No, it didn't somehow.
Must have a good battery in it.
Well, when they gotten it, they'd put a new battery in it for him.
Oh, okay.
So it is a new battery, but still, that's a long ass time to have battery going.
Yeah, well, the systems in cars nowadays, I don't think it drains a battery like it used to.
Oh, that's probably true.
Because it runs through a computer system now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's much more lower amperage.
Oh yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a real new car. That was 2000. Jeez, what year was it? I think this is 2007. So it's fairly new.
Hey, give me a minute, Ben. I gotta go get coffee and run to the pisser.
You betcha.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Yeah, very much how I feel too.
Hmm?
Oh shit.
Oh, yeah. So I'll try to get my hazelnuts trees trimmed up today, or I started yesterday. It'll probably take me a couple, 3 days to get them all trimmed up.
Yeah, probably depend on the weather a
I,
little bit too.
I haven't been able to get to them because the snow's too deep.
Well, yeah, makes it a little tough.
So I took the gator down through there yesterday, and the snow was very hard on the top. But then, like 3, 4 hours later, that come to an end when the temperature got up, and then the gator was bogging down because the snow's starting to settle and get warm, and which means it starts breaking out from under the tires, and I can't get no traction. It just digs a hole.
Yeah, which yeah, we're supposed to do at that point.
And then on my ATVs like the Gator and the Kubota, they all have what they call turf tires,
Okay. I think I know what those are.
which means you don't dig in the snow with turf tires.
No. They're not gonna get you much for
No.
any traction at all.
So both of the machines suck in the fucking snow.
Yeah. Kind of makes them kind of useless.
Exactly. Now I got a 4-wheeler. I got one of those Polaris 500s. That
Those-
motherfucker will go in 18 inches of snow.
So those are nice rigs usually.
And this is a real cool one, man. It's got a dump body on it. It's all fucking camouflage. It's got a special close-in fucking shelf on the front of it, man. I mean, this motherfucker, it's got a winch on it. This motherfucker is set up. And I don't run it. We don't run that fucking thing. I don't think we have. Well, I'll tell you what, in the past 3 years, I don't think there is 2 hours on that machine.
Wow. So
We don't run it.
I'd be in it all the time.
That motherfucker sits in the fucking corner the whole fucking time and does nothing. Now, I had him take it out the other day to get around the farm because it would go around the farm.
Yeah.
And that is the second time it's been out of the garage this winter. And it don't get run in the summertime at all. They have no reason to because I have the Gators, the Kubota, the tractors.
Well, yeah. Other things that can do the job.
You know, and I know why he bought that 4-wheeler. He bought that 4-wheeler for the kid that worked for him up there. There's the reason he bought that 4-wheeler. Because they have no kids, and he kind of took this kid under his wing. You know what I mean? And I mean they bought him a fucking truck. They put him through fucking school.
Jesus.
Oh yeah. He had his wedding on their property. All kinds of shit.
What happened to him?
Well, he moved on in life and didn't really care about these people.
I don't know, he was kind of moving on, yeah.
He used them.
Yeah, kind of sounds that way.
He literally fucking used them. I watched it. When I would go up to that farm to do my job, because I had a bunch of jobs going on at that farm. I was building things up there. So I had a couple jobs going on all the time at the farm. And every time I would pull in that farm, that motherfucker was on that 4-wheeler riding it around. That's all he did was ride around, or he was out on the hill shooting fucking squirrels.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Malcolm even got him a 22 mag, special stainless steel with a scope and everything.
Holy hell.
To go shoot squirrels. Yeah, he actually let him go take the wheeler and go hang out for hours shooting squirrels.
Well, that's...
The kid wasn't shooting squirrels. He was out riding the fucking wheeler around.
Well, yeah.
And let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Why the fuck would you kill squirrels? Because you have a nut farm?
Yeah, that's just dumb.
And the squirrels get to your nuts? And you leave 600, 700, 800 pounds of nuts on the ground every year, and you're worried about a squirrel eating a couple fucking nuts?
Well, yeah, that's literally about all squirrel. I mean, he might sock away 20 of them for the winter or some shit. Big deal.
Yeah, he wanted me to kill all the squirrels, and I started. I killed like 4 or 5 of them in a row, right? And I went, and the only reason I killed him is a buddy of mine eats squirrel.
Okay, so at least
If
they're
if he wouldn't have ate him, I would have never shot him
at least they're getting used.
because I quit hunting 7, 8 years ago because I don't want to kill anything,
Well, the squirrels.
you know. And then I told my wife, I said, I'm not doing this. I said, I like seeing them fucking squirrels. I enjoy seeing them fucking squirrels running around. I don't want to kill them.
Well, and they're in like heaven. I'm looking where they're living. Jesus.
And what are they hurting?
Well, yeah.
Eating nuts that you don't pick up? Come on.
And even if you did, you wouldn't make any money off them. Sounds like everything you said. It's
So,
not
no,
off the matter, anyway.
I quit shooting squirrels a couple of years ago up there. And said, fuck, I ain't doing this shit. And then he would take, we have cages, he trapped the motherfuckers in the building. And then he takes and throws the whole cage in the pond and drowns them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, me, I take the cage all the way to the back corner of the property and let him go. And then I give him a big lecture. my wife can't believe it, that I get him out there and I take the cage, I put the cage down, then I give the motherfucker, now listen, this is your only fucking chance. I'm going to give you one time to fucking live. I'm going to let you out back here. You run down to the other farm and stay with them, because if you come back to this fucking farm, you're going to die. I said, so get the fuck out of here. And I give these squirrels all a lecture. My wife would just fucking sit there and crack up. And I kid you not, a couple of them have got out of the cage, ran 5 feet, turned around, sat on their hind legs, looked up at me and did this, and then left.
Like they actually understood.
Yeah, I said, don't tell me that fucker don't understand. I'm letting him live. Oh yeah, man. I take them all the way to the farthest corner of the property and I let them go. Yeah, I don't kill that shit anymore.
Okay,
But I do want to kill some coyotes and shit.
well, yeah, they're different. They're scavengers. And they can be aggressive.
The tracks we seen yesterday, I got so many fucking coyotes up there. It's unreal. So I'm going to plan a coyote hunt with a couple buddies of mine, and I have these tree shanties for hunting, fiberglass tree huts. And I want to put a guy in each one, and I'm going to get a automatic collar, a remote automatic collar. You work with a remote control. And I'm going to go set it down in the fucking woods between all of the fucking shanties. And I'll set that up with a screaming rabbit or whatever have you, because it'll call every fucking coyote around.
Bring them into you.
Because, oh yeah, it'll be a
smorgasbord,
like a rabbit or a squirrel or something caught in a trap and squealing.
Yeah.
Okay. What it amounts to. And when they hear that, man, they're all over that shit.
Well,
and it's like I told these guys, I said, listen, those coyotes got to come past 1 or 2 or 3 of us in order to get to that call. So we should be able to kill a couple coyotes out of this deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, so, right.
So yeah, we're going to plan a hunt for spring. And I could put 4 guys. I got 4 shanties. I could put 4 guys, 1 in each shanty, and then we'll put the collar down in the middle. And like I said, the fuckers are going to come by a couple of them shanties.
Yeah, so they don't have any other directions to come.
Pardon?
If they don't have any other directions to come, so it's like a good ambush, essentially.
Yeah, I do believe we could kill a couple anyhow, either coming or going.
Should be able to. And coyotes, yeah, coyotes are different than cute little squirrels that do nothing.
But I'm a dog lover, and they're a dog.
True.
They are a fucking dog. And it's hard for me to kill a dog. It really is. It's like a wolf. Yeah. I could never kill a wolf.
Yeah, I
to me, To me, they're one of the most beautiful fucking dogs I've ever seen is a wolf.
Well,
And
I
a buddy
found
of
something out the other day. Wolves
a
can't
buddy,
bark.
what's that?
Wolves don't bark. I didn't know that until the other day.
No, they howl.
Yeah, they don't even they're not even capable of.
They can only howl.
Yep. I did not know that until the other day.
So yeah, a buddy of mine had the closest thing to a fucking wolf. He had a Malamute.
Oh yeah.
And they're the closest thing you can have to a wolf is a Malamute. I mean, they're identical to a fucking wolf. And let me tell you what, that dog hated fucking black people. My God. And he lived in the heart of the hood.
Oof.
And let me tell you what, there wasn't a black person around that fucking neighborhood that didn't cross the street and walk on the other side of the fucking street going by his house. This dog, I'm telling you, this dog was 160 fucking pounds.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, this thing's getting huge.
Maybe 180 fucking pounds. This thing was huge and gray like a wolf. I mean, he looked just like a fucking. That's what I thought it was when I first seen him. I said, "Where the fuck did you get that wolf?" He said, "That's a Malamute." He said, "That's a Malamute. It's not a wolf." I said, "Well, you can call it a fucking wolf." Well, then I looked them up, and yeah, man, they're a pretty crazy fucking animal. The Malamutes, they're just like a wolf.
Yeah, I got a friend who he's got a wolf.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah, they're flipping massive. His is the most chill ever.
They just look fucking mean. Their faces look mean.
He'd had his since it was a puppy, and I don't know. He was outside with it one day, at the shop. And it was laid down on the sidewalk. Well, I didn't care. My other regulars came. He was walking his dog. It was a boxer. Boxer tried to be all tough. The wolf just stood up and stared at the boxer, and the boxer started whimpering. Didn't do anything. He just stood up and looked. And that was enough. But then he just laid back down.
I believe that. They got them fucking piercing eyes of theirs. I mean, they just look right through you.
Oh yeah. Definitely an animal on a whole different level than,
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
Especially when you see him next to a regular dog. It's like, holy shit, these things are, I mean, Max, the guy's dog, it was 3/4 boxer, 1/4 English bulldog. So I mean, it wasn't a small dog, but it looked like a pup compared to this thing. It was just insanely big. Let me find a picture of it. Uh-oh.
Sorry about that.
That's alright. Let's see if I can find a picture of my buddy's dog. See if he's got any on his Facebook.
What the fuck's all that shit you sent on your?
On Discord?
Yeah.
Some of it was me and Matt, Pat talking about a game, and the bottom one was Fuzzy Bonnie's a YouTube Sea of Thieves guy. Let's see here. Trying to find a good picture of this thing. Those are all him. Pop pretty much. Couple, but they don't show him his size. Yeah. Let's see if this will work. Upload, I'm not sure. Loaded for me. I don't know if it'll load for you or not.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. He's got shorts on, right?
Yep. Doesn't show the size of the pup very well. Well, and let's see, when was that taken? That was 5 years ago. So he would only been like a year and a half old or something. It was pretty young still.
Pretty dog, though.
Oh yeah. And their coats are different. That's the weird thing. I thought.
Well, if you look at their face, they have special markings on their face.
Yeah.
If you look from their nose to their forehead, they have this special black that comes up and goes around there. All wolves have that look.
Yeah. Something unique to them.
Yeah, I think a wolf is a cool fucking dog, man.
Yeah, he told me they're a lot of work because their coats are so different. They're such thick coated. You gotta brush them and stuff constantly. When was this one from? This is a little later. It's 2018. You can kind of see his coat in that one.
Well, you can see the size of them's a little different.
Yeah. But, I mean, he didn't yowl or nothing when he was there. He was just completely chill. There was other dogs walking around, you know. He didn't care. No interest in him. Kind of always figured it must be because he knew he was top of the food chain with him. So, he didn't
he knew. Yeah, he knew he was the king of those fucking dogs.
Yeah, so he didn't need to prove anything.
Nope, he didn't need to prove a thing. He'd eat them fuckers in a second.
Oh, yeah.